All right. What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of the Help Me Understand podcast. I'm your host, Coach J.K. McLeod, and we are kicking off a different, kind of a different vibe for the Help Me Understand podcast. This is going to be a short episode, and if you listen to the podcast for, I'd say, I don't know, 2 months or more, typically when I say something's going to be a short episode, it ends up not being. This one, I can, for the most part, 99.4% guarantee that it's going to be less than 15 minutes because we've got a very specific purpose for being here today. And I am here today to share with you some good news. So before getting into that good news, let me first, as always, say thank you for choosing to press play on the Help Me Understand podcast. I know that you have plenty of podcast content that you can and probably do consume. So I truly do not take it for granted at all that you chose to press play and include the Help Me Understand podcast in your listening journey. So I want to say thank you for that. So for a little bit of context here, last Thursday on my Instagram stories, which by the way, if you are not following me on Instagram, you should be, at Coach J.K. McLeod, last name spelled MCLEOD. On my stories, I posted a prompt that I immediately do not remember the exact verbiage that I used. And also, I'm going to use the same prompt today. It was something along the lines of, tell me one good thing that's happened for you recently. And I received 9 responses to that particular prompt. And I want to take a few minutes to share with you each of those responses. So, and before going any further, I will not be revealing who sent these to me or a whole lot of specificity about revealing the particular individual. And I mention that because for the next, I was going to say foreseen future. I don't think that's the right phrase. I intend to make this a weekly segment on the Help Me Understand podcast. I am big on gratitude. In fact, I have a faceless Instagram page that I don't talk about not even hardly. I don't talk about it at all. I just post on it and potentially sometimes will repost from it. I have a faceless Instagram page called Daily Press of Gratitude. I'm obsessed with gratitude, and I make no apologies about that. And this prompt asking folks to tell me one good thing that's happened for them recently falls underneath the whole gratitude umbrella for me. So for the foreseen future, I'm going to post that prompt every Thursday. And then I will record an episode the following Thursday sharing the responses. So that's why I wanted to take a moment just to confirm, clarify that even though I can see who is sending me those messages, I don't play when it comes to confidentiality. In fact, like to the point where it's actually gotten me in a little bit of hot water with like friends and family members because I didn't tell one person something that another person told me in confidence. Like I am, to a fault, I will not share that particular information. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that if you are somebody who'd like to participate in a future episode by submitting some good news that's happened for you recently, then I would love to share that. And also, if you happen to be listening and you hear your submission from the previous week, then thank you for submitting yours. So I want to share, again, I'm going to go through these, and there were 9 of them. And then I'll kind of talk to you about, just to close things out, what I believe is the intention here and the purpose. And if you are watching on video, you see me reaching forward because I have my phone propped up in front of me and the screen keeps dying. Okay. So the first piece of good news, someone said that they got good results from the urologist. Next piece of good news, next good thing that happened for someone is being on their celebration trip for beating cancer. It's awesome. Next piece of good news is someone who is a independent artist, entrepreneur, business owner, said that this person said, I got my second wholesale order, a return customer. That's huge. Another person submitted something good that happened for them was they bought a smaller pair of jeans after 6 months of consistency, thinking it would never happen. Glad you were able to prove to yourself that in fact can happen. Another one that was submitted said a good thing that's at that point was going to happen was hanging out with Coach JK at work. So we're going to out that person because they definitely were a coworker, clearly. For those of you who are not aware, I coach and I also still have a full-time IRL, like in real life, career as a retail sales manager. So that person felt like that was something good that was going to happen for them. And I maybe might be biased in saying they're probably right. Another response was, I got to stop taking a medication for cancer. Lots of medical wins. So props to that person. Another person said, I just found out I'm going to be a grandma in late October. Congratulations. And ironically, another submission for a good thing that happened recently. Someone said the birth of my daughter. So congratulations to you on the birth of your daughter. And last but certainly not least, someone submitted that a good thing that happened to them is that they aced an exam this week. So we've got 9 things, all completely from different people. In fact, I know who I either know each of these people personally or have been connected with them somewhat in some way, shape, or form, varying levels via social media for some time. The majority of these folks actually don't know each other. It just happens that a couple of them I know do know each other. However, yeah, this to me, as I close things out, my primary intention with sending this is to hopefully remind you that regardless of the challenges that you are facing and that you see others facing, and then also the what seems to be potential like inundation of countless just negativity that may potentially be coming your way, there usually, I'm not going to pretend to gaslight you here, just say there usually can be one good thing that's happened for you in recent memory, whether you consider that to be something big, medium, small, micro, massive, enormous, whatever it may be. There's something likely that has happened for you that's good. And notice that when I put that prompt out, or if you happen to see this on my Instagram, one of the things that you will note is that I won't say one massively good thing or one big, huge good thing. It's just one good thing. Like, what's one good thing that's happened for you recently? So hopefully that can be a reminder that regardless of other things that you may have that you would put in this is a bad thing that has happened around me, and I want to acknowledge that. I also, in turn, can be appreciative of good things that may be happening for me. So with that, we're going to close out today's episode. So thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Help Me Understand podcast. Again, this is an episode or a segment, a weekly segment that will be driven 100% by you. So if I get one submission, then I'll read the one. If I get none, then I don't know if I'll not do an episode. We'll see. Let's just manifest that's not going to happen that way. So there we go. All right. So with that, thank you again for choosing to press play on the Help Me Understand podcast. I truly appreciate you. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram, at the very least, at Coach JK McLeod on Thursdays. The prompt will go up typically by noon that day, noon central, and it'll stay up for until the end of the day. And usually I repost them, again, not sharing who the individual is. And then I also, the following week, will read them on the podcast. So if you'd like a weekly dose of some decent news, something good that's been happening for folks, and even better yet, if you'd like to share yours, just reach out to me. All right. Thanks. Take care. Have a good one.